So I need to do this urgently to level up my fluency urgently because I just own a fucking coaching for 1 month, right? And this chance, I can't miss this chance, right? I can't miss this chance. And the guy who will be coaching me is very fluent in his English. He's from America, and his accent, man, it's dangerous, very dangerous. And in order to like get his fluency, right, I need to practice a hell lot of English, right? There's no other way, and that would also force me to improve my English. So, what happened is that 2 days ago, I saw this post on Discord that there is a community challenge. You just have to count how many videos are there on the video, how many times does it says videos. You just have to count that, and if you are right, then you are getting a free coaching for 1 month. So I was intrigued day and then, and I just sat down and started to count for hours, literally hours. For 6 hours, I was straight counting the number. I made a lot of mistakes in the initial countings. It was like 24, then 22, then 21. It was like that. But then guess what? I again took a floating note here on the phone and I again sat down to count the number. I marked. So there was two words basically. One was video, another one was videos. I was very confused about that, so I counted both of them, but in different way. That is, one for video and zero for videos, plural form. And I counted like that. I sat there and again I ran the video three, four, 5 times and counted the number and just pasted the number in the floating note. Alright. Now it was showing 25 two times. Then guess what? I got it wrong many times. So I again sat and sat with my diary to count the number. I just made lines by counting the number. I did it for like 10, 20 times total. It took me like 6 hours to finally send the answer. That is 25. And no one actually got it right except there was this one person named Steven who also said 25. So what happened is that it's totally a miracle. I genuinely, I'm feeling so good, right? This chance of my life, I have to utilize it to the utmost. So yesterday, so Cobb, so the copywriter's name is Cobb, right? I have to look for his real name, full name. So today at 4 a.m., he basically flipped a coin live to decide who will win the coaching. I am going with heads, and Steven is going with tails. And guess what? It came heads. I own. I damn own it. I would have to utilize this lifetime chance to get a client because that's the only way I can change my miserable life. Now, in order to do that, I actually plan to speak often in front of this camera, but certain circumstances didn't let that happen to me. But I would now, I will not stop now. Right? For 1 month, I will not stop. I will have to overwork myself. I have to sleep less because I have got this chance. I have got this phone. I've got internet connection. Now I have to overwork myself, right? So, as I said, I was going to speak like a marketer in my future videos. So, here I'm gonna speak about the actual the demo funnel that every businesses have, every online businesses have in their marketing site, right? So first, it's all about collecting views or leads. And to do that, you can do two things. One is paid advertising, and another is organic marketing. Yeah, it's so one thing is on organic marketing, another one is inorganic marketing. Organic marketing is all about content marketing. Content marketing, like uploading videos on YouTube, Instagram, and making that as a funnel, making the Instagram page as funnel, making YouTube page as funnel, YouTube videos as funnel. Whereas in organic marketing, you have to use advertising, like pay. You have to pay for advertisements, like Meta ads or Google ads, stuff like that. You have to pay that to run the ads. So they actually take less time, but they actually cost you money. But in organic marketing, that take a lot of time, but you just have to spend no money in it. So there's differences in both of that. Now, let's say you are running ads. You need a irresistible copy in that ad, right? The ad you're running, so that it goes to the actual targeted audience, and then when the actual targeted audience get hooked by the copy in the ad, they will click the button. And after clicking the button, they will be directed to a landing page. Let's say I'm running ads for a free masterclass, right? I will write a copy irresistible enough for people to click on the link to the masterclass, to give their email and sign up for the masterclass. Now, what happens is that when you click the link, you go to a landing page. There you submit the email, your name in that box, right? Now, what happens is that after you given your details there, you will get emails from then on, and that email would send those interested people into your webinar, and that email would also consist of copywriting. Every one of them, the email sequences, that's very important. You do have to get high open rate, right? Now, what happens is this: you basically get them to sign for email. You send them the emails. You got them to the webinar, and you just showcased whatever happened in a webinar that you were supposed to show to them, right? Now, at the end of the webinar, they would be lying the copy. Like, copy would also be used in a webinar, and there you have to, like, at the end of the webinar, you will notice that there will be an irresistible offer for the people to not ignore. That offer must be irresistible enough for the people, for the interested people, to click and buy your program. That's where the end game is. Or like you would be directed, or else you would be directed to a sales page, and that sales page is the end game there for buying that coaching program. And at that point of time, copywriting is very important. Marketing is at its peak, at its climax, right? And when they do that, they become your customers. Congratulations. All right, the explanation that I just did here is not good enough. Not good enough. I have to improve whatever I explain in front of this camera. Another way is organic marketing, where you basically build your audience, build your rapport, build your, you know, what happens in organic marketing is that you grow your Instagram page. Suppose it's Instagram page, you grow your Instagram page with loads of posts, you get followers, you post stories, you get people interested in your service, and then you subtly introduces them to a freebie, right? And to in order to them get your freebie, they have to sign emails. That's same. and then they will sign up for the email. You will send them the freebie automatically, and then the email sequence will automatically be played. That is the important part here. The copywriter has to write all of this copy throughout the funnel, and at the end of the email there will be this last sales email where the interested people will be buying your program or product or anything like that. So yeah, there's a brief description. I have to again speak about this in the next video.